Hey everyone, just gonna do a quick off game, just because we're gonna be busy this weekend, so gonna do a little bit of a shorter couple games for these videos this week. Here we got Prism. I'm gonna try out the new Time Skippers tech into them, which I've been liking a lot. Here, I think we would just want some extra 3 blocks in our deck. I don't really like the reacts that much in the Prism, and then here we're just cutting two 2 blocks for some poppers. We do want needles, obviously, in the Prism, just because they're really solid at just popping random things. What's the play here? I kind of like E-Strike Go again. Kind of tells me a little bit about the texture of their hand, while also getting the most cards out of my hand. Because if they only like 3 block this, that kind of implies that they may have like an aura or something in their hand, which they're not 3 blocking here. I think that means I'm now safe to try to attack with Biting Breeze. Because to play out an aura on turn 1, normally like the auras that you care about cost 4. So you would need 2 cards in hand, so like a yellow and a blue, and then the other card has to be an aura. So if you see a Prism go below 3 cards, you're generally pretty safe from them playing out an aura on turn 1. Here we draw into this hand, which I'm not crazy about. Then they obviously have one of their premium heralds here, and then Parable of Humility is obviously one of the heralds that or one of the auras that we're playing around. Excuse me. So I think the goal here is going to be try to park this in Arsenal and then let this herald hit. Yeah, I don't see any real way around that. Okay, and Judgment. Judgment I think is fine though. Maybe we just want to put a Biting Breeze in Arsenal. Maybe that's better. I can see that being better. Again, I do want to just deny a little bit of soul here, especially like early game. I think it's fine to just like take a little bit of a tempo loss in order to kind of just slow them down. Like if you let them have like 3 or 4 soul, it's generally quite rough. Okay, here they are respecting our needle. So now they cannot play. Oh, they didn't. Interesting. They didn't arsenal off the ponder token.
What if it was life soul?
Oh, that makes sense actually. That'd be a little unfortunate. But here I think we're just gonna send Mulling Key and then keep our other needle for like popping ALS. Again, we took like needle here basically means that they can't double herald us next turn. Although they're just playing out Parable, which is fine, I think, ultimately. Oh, I think they might have drawn into a Figment. That makes more sense. So here I think we're just starting with Spinning Wheel Kick at them. And then we're going to aim to end. We're going to send as much damage as we can and then end on popping the Humility. So we'll attack Prism again. It's only coming in for 2, but still like good chip damage. Alright, that all you got's coming in, but we're happy we didn't give Needle to that. Okay, so now we're faced with an interesting thing. So if we do Tiger Swipe, it comes in for 4 on the Tiger Swipe, right? Because we did that, yeah. So if they let the Tiger Swipe hit, then we generate another Tiger and we can kill Parable. But if they don't let the Tiger Swipe hit, they'd have to block with 2 cards. So I think we're actually okay if they double block this Tiger Swipe. If I'm understanding that correctly. So I think we should just attack them. Right, because it's coming in for 4.
If they double block it, you can send Biting Breeze.
Yeah, and the worst case scenario, we could send Biting Breeze if we really need to, but I don't even think we'd necessarily do. But I think it's probably good to do it just to like, prevent them from developing on multiple auras, I guess. It's kind of interesting. Okay, you're letting it hit. Or not. That's fine. So now here we have the question of whether or not the Binding Breeze is better than popping this. I think it's not. But again, we're taking them off heralds. Or like, they can only do one herald at max here. It's a pretty good one. But they don't really have a follow-up, which I think we're okay with. Because they can't attack with Erudition here. So I think we're fine just letting this hit. So our play next turn is Hunter Winds, Stir the Pot, Descendant Bonds, and then they're probably going to, if I had to imagine, crack Halo into whatever we get off the bonds. Right, they're flipping Rebirth, which is interesting. All right, we're going to lead off on the Hunter Winds, that's them, and then we're probably going to close chain. Actually, do we need a close chain? I don't think we actually do need a close chain. It's not super important to put the 100 wins in Arsenal. Let's stir the pot now, though. And let's go and get our Descendant. Notably, Prism does not have priority because we're in the link step. So we can always play out this Descendant without risk of being judgmented. It's very important to understand priority timings when you're playing against Prism. It's a very good skill set to have, especially with this deck, which is all instants. Here, we're just going to get our Tiger Swipe. They can obviously banish it, but they're only going to get 4 damage out of that, basically. So we'll do Tiger into Swipe, and then we'll have the extra Tiger in case they want to try to flash an aura in a turn. These Tiger Swipes are coming in kind of clutch. So yeah, we'll just pass priority here. And if they want to do anything, we can obviously develop out the Tiger. Okay. So if we block 6 here, what we can actually do is we can deny the Rapture value as well, because the Herald will not have hit, so that flipping this is not free. Which means they lose 1 card in hand, and then they have to pay another 2 to attack. So they're only getting 2 new cards off of 2 soul. I think it's worth it to try to go for it here. Again, I'm hoping this is super annoying, and then this is also, like, we haven't seen a popper all game, but just based on how we're playing, we don't actually need to. Because, like, this doesn't have go again, so they still can't attack with Erudition. So we're doing a really good job at keeping them off of just drawing multiple cards with this, which I think is very important. I really do like the Prism Zen matchup. I think it's pretty skill intensive. All right. What's the play here? I think we can start by pitching a Grain. Because we're not necessarily guaranteed to be able to transcend both of these. At least easily. Actually, so we can't Chief first also, because the problem with that is they can Judgment whatever we get, so we can't generate a Tiger. So I think what we want to do is we actually just want to raw Art of War, and then pitch our Grain, and then just banish like Tiger Swipe here. I think makes the most sense. Okay, we start Descendant, which is obviously incredible. We can get our bonds. Yeah, so I think this is the line. So we'll lead off on Descendant at them. One other thing to note for Prism is that their Ravages out of the deck. So one thing that Prism can actually do against you is they can ping their own ally in response. Like if you would try to attack their ally, they can ping it with the flip side of Ravages in response, so they deal 1 arcane damage to themselves. Then they use their own ward to pay for that arcane damage, and you basically are no longer targeting an ally with the attack. Like there's not a legal target, so you don't actually get go again when the attack resolves. So that's an interesting thing to know. But again, it's not super relevant here because they've already played out this, so we don't need to actually worry about it anymore. We're getting our bonds, obviously. And then we'll send it at Prism. And we'll get what? We don't have any more Tiger Swipes, unfortunately. So maybe just 100 wins, just for 3 damage. Again, it's not super good for them to just use Halo to prevent 3 damage. Or I guess it's 3 damage because the Stonewall is canceling out the Ardor. So yeah, we'll start with the 100 wins. Or we'll finish on the 100 wins and then probably close the chain after this. Close chain. Then we'll do spinning, aspect, tiger, arsenal this. Seems solid. And again, we have not seen a popper this game, which is like a little unlucky, but like we've been managing well even without the poppers. That's kind of why I've cut Blanches, because again, I don't have. I mean, we have some pretty strong prisms locally, but like again, I'm not super like I rather teching in new than prism generally. All right, they do still get another turn here though. Although notably, we can drop in the ocean. Okay, so they're going to use their Halo to develop out the Figment. So they don't need to hit with an Herald here. This makes sense. So their Erudition is now live. So we're still not out of the woods yet, I think. All right, they're pitching an Arclight, which we're a little bit happy to see, I think. Although we do just have the time skippers for the Arclight anyways. So this is fine. Okay, Erudition is scary. But I don't think there's anything we can really do about this. Yeah, I don't think there is. Yeah, I think we gotta let this hit. Yeah, no popper is a little bit rough here. But hopefully they aren't able, so they can maximum send another Herald for 7. Assuming they have like a red Herald. For 8 rather, off the Courage. So we can go to 1 here, but they've already used their Ravages, so they can't just ping us out of nowhere.
We could do like that one
They could,
speed pump. But...
yeah, but I don't think we can really play around that. Damn, this is a really close game.
You should consider using drop in path. Or I guess not, because
We can do it
you
on.
could get arc lighted here.
We can pay for it though. Time skippers. So let's start by pitching Harmony here. And we Pathful Travel drop. I think that makes sense. Then we can play the Wind Chakra afterwards. It's a little bit awkward. Alright, so now the needle popping doesn't matter, so we'll just do both of these. Alright, so needle breaks. We will Wind Chakra. They can obviously ALS this if they want. Tutor off Zen. They don't have access to Judgment anymore, so we can safely get our aspect now. I guess we do have like extra floating. I don't know if there's anything we could have done. Maybe we should have just kept the Harmony instead. Maybe a slight punt. But I think we're still fine here. I think they're probably going to have to give us most of their hand here. They have to give us... Alright, so they give us the Soraya there. Yeah, maybe we should have played the Harmony. It's a little bit weird. Because if we play Harmony, we're also at risk of getting arc lighted. Because we wouldn't have the extra blue in our hand necessarily. I think there might have been something better we could have done this turn, but I'm not exactly sure what. I might have to rewatch it after this to figure out exactly what it was. I think this is still like okay though. Alright, Soul Shield is fine for us. We can send 3 and a 3 here, so they're both threatening lethal. Although the Rapture can soak, or the Footsteps of the Rapture can soak 1 extra, because they do have 1 floating. But I don't think they're going to be able to double Herald us here. I feel like at most they're just going to be able to flip Angel. Again, this is a little bit of a punt. Okay, so flipping Angel as opposed to Arc Lighting. Okay, so maybe we did play around it right.
I think so.
We're obviously IPing ourselves a little bit here, but I think it's okay. I think we've seen them pitch to
Don't
our...
end up to Arsenal.
Yeah, I don't want to Arsenal that ideally. Okay. I think we lead off on Zen here. Let's just get something with Go again. Let's just get 100 wins here. Then we'll do another Art of War. We could obviously get punished here by Arclight, but it wouldn't be that bad given their hand. And this is kind of mediocre, but I think it's still fine. We can do 4 and a 7 and then Arsenal Bonds or something. I wonder if there's anything else we could have done there. The levels was our only blue there. Some awkward turns from us, I think.
I think maybe you could have done like 100 wins into like you kind of just sandbag the Art of War and you don't use it to draw yet, and then when you play CNC you try and get them with it or something like that maybe.
Maybe. I think that's wrong. Do we just want to send Bonds here for 5?
No, you want to send I think CNC for 7.
Yeah, I think that's better.
'Cause
I was thinking about like
Soul Shield.
sandbagging this as like a popper for like Herald of Air Edition, but
How many Soul Shields have they used? There's actual.
yeah.
Two?
Use 2. Yeah.
Like you could catch them with like a no block, right? So you want to send a liar damage.
Yeah. So I think with this, they still need to go as 2 cards. Because the best thing they can do is flip Angel, so they pay a soul.
Didn't they already flip Angel?
Did they flip Angel? Oh yeah, they did.
Yeah,
so they have to give us 2
cannot flip
cards.
Angel. They have to.
They have to give us 2 real cards here. And then they can Arsenal a card, and then we also Arsenal a card. Huh. I think you're right about the Art of War. I think maybe the play was to just not Art of War there, and forget what our hand was. We drew into both of these, right?
Yes.
So it's levels, Energy, Art of War, and CNC. So if we do, what if we just did levels into CNC and then Arsenal the Art of War? Is that better? Probably. Okay, they're rapturing.
Yeah, you caught him with a no block.
Right, that makes
And
sense.
so this puts him to 1, but that's like
Right,
yes. I think you Arsenal Bonds.
probably. Okay, they're really solid hand. Yeah, so a little awkward there, but
100.
yeah. I think we could have played that a little bit better. But, there's always room for improvement.
Now you agree.
I can green after, it doesn't really matter. Because it was a 2 block. I don't think we risk the Orion.
Okay.
I think we just get Descendant. I think we still have, a couple left. I think we'll just sandbag this. Like, they shouldn't be able to block everything from Bonds. We're out of tiger swipes, right? So I guess it's like Mullen Key. We have one more of those.
Yeah, well, pretty good.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay, we got him with a no block.
That one turn
Oh, they want a rematch.
you probably, yeah, knowing that they have that angelic wrath, you probably should have played around at that one turn where you went to one, but
Yeah.
I understand why you didn't. You develop out of bonds.
It's kind of bad, but I guess it's fine.
No, you should pitch the bonds.
To do what?
You should pitch the bonds
Oh,
and the blue
overpitch it?
to the bonds.
It's too late now. But I think you're probably right. Yeah. I'm just dumb.
It's okay. You need to play a lot of Keno like me to have overpitching brain.
I overpitched last game, didn't I?
Yes, but I look for ways to overpitch when I probably shouldn't be doing
Okay.
that. It sucks.
I think we might want to. No. We could, like, go for the traverse pop here. Is that right?
Did you transcend?
We can transcend. But tuck with Rising Sun, right? I'm going to do this because it's cool. I don't know if it's necessarily right.
Well, what, to double transcend?
Yeah, double transcend, then we tuck a chi. And then what do we do with this
Are
information?
you going to block 6 here? You don't have strides.
No, I know. I don't think we need to pop traverse on this. Like, they only have one soul. Or they're only gonna have one soul, so I don't think it's fine to do this. Okay, double red herald's pretty rough. But if it's gonna be at any point, turn 1 is probably the best point to see double red herald. Because it just, like, they obviously develop out stuff, but, like, it's kind of fine. Okay, they're flipping the balloon in now. Kind of okay with that. Alright, let's start by getting our descendant here. Or actually, sorry. We should 100 wins first, actually, I think, right?
What do you mean? What's your arsenal?
Our arsenal's Art of War. I don't know if we're Art of Warring this turn. Because they still have access to their Halo.
Yeah, I don't think you. I think you 100 wins first.
Yeah, because we don't have a good bonds target yet, and I want to put this in graveyard. Now we Zen. Oh, wait, sorry. We close chain. Now we Zen. Descendant. They're not giving us Stonewall here, which again makes sense because I kind of want to do a value Art of War almost. Is that wrong?
I don't know if that's wrong.
I'm gonna do it. Let's try it. Okay, we see a Sacred Art, which is not exactly what we wanted. We can only get 3 value off the Stonewall, which I think we're okay with. And then we can just Arsenal the Sacred Art. We'll get our Needle value, though. I think making them discard a card here is pretty good. I think sandbagging the bonds was maybe a little bit of a misplay, but it kind of worked out for us here a little bit. I think we're fine to just finish on Tiger Swipe. Obviously, they could like flash in an aura here, but like it's basically the same as if they played it out on their turn, so it doesn't really matter. The only like small caveat to that is like Genesis, but Genesis sucks anyways. Okay, we got a pretty good hand next turn. Okay, it's coming in for 7 though. It's kind of a problem. I think we're supposed to let this hit. Because they could judgment us after, especially if they're like pitching a judgment. Yeah, the courage token there is very good. It's doing a lot of work. So I think the goal here is maybe to pop armor on whatever the herald is they play after this. Although they could just play out a they play out an Arclight here. We could get a little bit punished, but I think it maybe is still fine because we can get Kill Soraya guaranteed, and we could still have our armor up. So I guess we don't have to put armor into this yet. You know, Arclight here is maybe worst case scenario, but I don't think it's that bad actually. And they're completely out of soul now, so like, okay, that's annoying, but fine, I think. Passing is also, I think, fine. Interesting turn. So obviously these don't come in for anything, so maybe we just want to save that for next turn. I think we maybe want to start with like just needling down. Well, if we needle down Soraya, they can threaten to like Halo close chain and stuff. Let's start with the spinning at Prism, pitching 100 wins because 100 wins will come in for 0 anyways. Then we can aspect at. I guess maybe we should have held on to the 100 wins because I'm dumb. We'll do this at Prism again. Again, we did kill their angel, so that's positive. I don't think we want time skippers either of these. Let's needle at Prism. Again, taking them off double herald is very, very good for us. I don't think we need to give another needle here. We should have maybe played out the 100 wins though. But I guess it would just been 100 wins for 0 and it goes to graveyard, but we get to filter more. I guess we can just filter with Windchakra anyways. So we'll close chain here, I guess. We still have access to the Tiger. And then we can... Oh wait, did we play a... I guess it doesn't matter. Well, I don't know if we played another 1 cost, so I'm just going to send this up to them anyways. Okay, so it's for 0. And then we'll use the dagger to break the parable. I think it's higher priority. Because we have armor to block, so the passing Mirage is not necessarily doing a ton of work here. Oh, we got a really solid hand. We got Popper. Oh, we have a grain that tips the scale into the Popper. That's fucking nasty.
Your popper's not
What?
gonna be popping anything.
Oh, that's true, because it's passing. But it would be sick if there wasn't a passing.
Yeah, it'd be so cool.
It'd be so cool. We do have like double Transcend Orion though. Triple Transcend Orion. It's pretty solid.
What's yours one?
Sacred Art. Oh, Parable's a little annoying here. I think it's still fine. Now we just do all this on our turn. So we'll start with Passover, targeting...
Figment.
You think Figment?
Yeah, because they could angel it on top.
I don't think that... I think it's has to be an action, doesn't it?
The angel side of it.
Oh, right. I guess I couldn't technically put it on top.
So getting rid of that is like... It's not likely considering they're on in period. But
yeah, that's fair.
If they somehow wanted to start doing that, then it's technically, I think, pretty good that you just don't have that anymore.
Yeah.
Plus, I don't think there's a target in there that's better.
What are we doing with this hand? I think we want to try our Arsenal Mauling. Well, so they don't have anything for CNC, so maybe holding back the CNC is also fine. We have one less bonds in the deck. Could also just get Chase.
Whatever you do, you don't Zen immediately.
Why? Okay, so Halo.
Yes.
Yeah. Actually, I think I want to time skippers here just to push damage. Is that wrong?
I don't know.
They could ALS us, but maybe we're okay with that.
I mean, yeah, give it a shot. See what happens. Pitch path.
I think we want the path because we can make another resource off of it, right? We decide.
Oh, that's a good point.
So let's start with Tiger at the Parable here. And we still have an action point because we're skippers. I mean, I don't normally like using skippers like this, but I think it's okay. This just lets us get damage in, because otherwise we're just kind of like having like a middling turn while we try to get through this Parable. Okay, now what's the play? So I think we want to Arsenal the CNC. Is that what we want to do?
Probably. Get bonds.
Was this a Tiger?
That was a descendant.
Oh no, we want to get bonds, right? Get our bonds. Bonds targets them and gets what? Like Tiger Swipe?
Yeah, Tiger Swipe.
Seems reasonable. Oh, that was like the whole reason I did this, because I could bonds them.
I think you do Crouching Tiger, then Tiger Swipe. In case they block out the Tiger Swipe, then you do Crouching Tiger Monkey.
What are you saying? Oh, well, I think they're just
now you're gonna not. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now you're gonna just.
Yeah, they're just gonna Tiger this. Monkey. But I think that's still fine. Yeah. If we got their Halo out of the way, it's only like
on a Tiger Swipe.
Yeah.
You're like kind of worse card. In some ways.
We do have the option to kill passing here.
Yeah, because you're gonna Arsenal the CNC, so.
That's fair.
Just push some damage. You broke time skippers to push damage. You might as well push damage, right?
Yeah, that's fair, I guess. Put them down to 3, which is pretty solid, and they're pretty low on soul. They've already used erudition, so even if they ALS us, it's not the end of the world, I don't think. If they like chain ALS, I think that might be a little scarier.
They can't.
What do you mean?
They don't have the figment that draws 2 cards, so they can't just keep drawing it.
Well, no. I mean, but like they can go like ALS at end of turn here into ALS on their turn, and then like that's a little bit annoying.
It is finite though.
That's true.
So you're not going to be able to do it forever. This is a hand.
This is a hand. I think we just want to block 6 here.
Yeah.
Again, we get punished by ALS, but I think it's fine because we can lead off on an E-Strike. So we can send 5 at them. Again, they're not going to be able to really, like, even if they have the pump, like the Angelic Wrath, they're not going to be able to really get us here. And, like, we don't really care about these auras anymore.
Yeah, so you start with E-Strike 5 goes.
Yeah, we'll start with our E-Strike for 5 goes at her. Putting the Biting Breeze on the bottom.
So if they do Arclight here,
we still get in 5 damage.
Yeah,
right?
with 2 blues. Then you're in block 3. Then they're taking So they now they can't ALS anymore. So you kind of have carte blanche to do whatever the hell you want to do.
Yeah. Carte blanche to do whatever the hell you want to do is definitely a thing you said.
I mean.
I know.
It's true, you do.
I know. That's just Zen in general, though.
Did I not pronounce that right?
Probably. No, you pronounced it right, I think.
Carte blanche?
Carte blanche. We're not running blanche, though. Anyways.
Yeah, I think they are just dead.
Yeah.
It would take
a miracle to get out of this one.
Take a literal miracle. They could.
I don't think our opponent was bad here though. Like they've been playing correctly. If anything, their Halo like judgment was a little bit weak, but like I don't think you can necessarily fault them for that.
Taking one here, and then they might have like a
Well, we still have CNC to finish
three
it,
block. Yeah, so if they have a 3 block, okay, and then they die.
and then they die.
Yeah, they died to even just the dagger.
Yeah, it's pretty good
Alright.
games.
Good games.
So this is gonna be tomorrow's upload. I'm recording this late at night on Thursday. But yeah, hope you all enjoyed the Prism games. I think it's a really good matchup. Like I don't know, I like that matchup a lot, even though like it can snowball either way pretty bad. Just want to take a quick look at the deck. Let's examine the stats. Oh damn, the win rate's dropping significantly. Although I have been playing into a lot of new, so that's kind of the matchup. Let me see the list version. Okay, we're padding our win rate though, which is important. Oh, I think I think I scooped into your old. That's funny.
Yeah, that doesn't count.
That doesn't count.
You hit the garbage can button on that.
Yeah. I need to play against more of your new.
Yeah, my news really.
To talk about list changes, I added. I went up a sync and up a snag just to kind of because I was originally running like these 2 slots for Blanches, but like we do have some pretty good prisms locally, but I don't think it's super necessary to like overtech for them, and like 5 poppers is probably enough.
We have
like,
one really good prism who's semi-local.
Yeah, we do have like a really good prism
And
locally,
then we've got a few people who play Prism, but it's not guaranteed that they're going to be playing Prism.
Yeah.
So. And then we have people who are like, I'm going to build Prism, and then they kind of immediately stop doing that.
Yeah. Yeah, my Oldham win rate is 0%. That's
your deck's trash.
Deck's trash in Oldham.
Trash.
All right. Well, I'll see you all next time. Hope you all enjoyed the Prism video, and that's all for now. See ya.